Thank you. Thank you. So I'm an artist, and I work in technology. And I have a project that I'm going to show you today that combines my love for science, hip-hop, and design. I went to tech, by the way, too. Any techites in the house? Yes. The project is called the Rap Almanac. And it's a database that analyzes the language in hip-hop. There are 50,000 songs, lyrics, 3,000 artists, 5,000 albums. And a search looks like this. You type in a word, in this case, power, press return, and you get back the results for every song in the database that uses that word power and where in the song the word is used. And the other data associated with each song are of course, artist name, song title, but release date and geolocation are two that are really important, and they'll come into play later on. So these are some analyses of rappers and their songs, and they were scored based on how important those scores related to the data. So this is the first time that the content of hip-hop is compared with the location of hip-hop and the time in hip-hop, and it gives a different context for the culture of hip-hop. And you could do really fun things once hip-hop is in data form. And this is an example of mapping the language in hip-hop. So this is a Google map of all the Staten Island rappers, so where they all live. And when I first put the data into map form, I got to see around the planet where each rapper lived and the places that each rapper raps about. Another project I did with the data was look at the most popular champagne brand mentions from 1980 to 2010. And that dip on the chart right here, you see, is when Jay-Z had his falling out with Cristal and pretty much deaded Cristal's popularity in hip-hop. This project is looking at the 50 Cent and his career, and each line represents a song, and the analysis takes the song through different parallel coordinates. And this is a project, it's a text correlation between Jay-Z and Nas when they had a rap battle. So the lyrics on the left are Jay-Z's, the lyrics on the right are Nas's, and the words that they share to diss each other are right down the middle. So in short, the project visualizes hip-hop lyrics as a cultural indicator, meaning how does hip-hop influence the world, and how does the world influence hip-hop, and how does it show up in hip-hop? So while I was working on this, I didn't know, but there's a place at Harvard called the Hip Hop Archive. And I was working on projects, posting them to my website, and the director emailed me and invited me to come there and continue my work. So I did so. And I was also invited to go to Carnegie Mellon to add some more analysis to the database, but I also wanted to make some art from the data, and in particular, I wanted to make something sculptural. And I didn't have an idea really what I was going to do when I got there, but I took a tour of the facility and saw this 15-foot robot arm, and I was like, whatever I'm going to do with that. So while at Carnegie Mellon, I added more analysis to the database, and this is actually what it looks like to analyze a song. In the case, this is actually Drake's entire musical career. And you can see stuff like locations, like cities are here, whether or not the song is negative or positive, and the words that they use the most are highlighted in this analysis. So data is cool, spreadsheets are cool, but not that fun to look at all the time. So I wanted to make images from this. So, and basically, data needs memory. Data needs experience. Data needs an experience to be able to tell a story. So an experience I had when I was about you guys' age was looking at this Pablo Picasso light pen drawings, where he took a light pen and made drawings on photographs. So what I did was put a light pin in the robot arm, and I plotted all of the locations in an artist's career around the globe. And this is what it looks like. This is Kanye West's map. So from Kanye's first song to his last song, all of the locations he raps about are plotted. This is what it looks like. This is Drake, Kendrick Lamar, Nas. And this is all 12 artists. So finishing that residency, I came back to New York and opened up a school, a rap research lab, where this past summer, I did a pilot class with 6 of my students in the upper right, and I showed them how to do data analysis, data visualization, and they worked on their own research projects. And the research projects are really cool. And they made a Tumblr that has their research and their research projects. One student, Emmanuel, looked at crimes that were rapped about, the number of crimes that were rapped about over one period, and then compared them with actual crime rates reported for that same period. And he found that when rapped about crimes a lot, the actual crimes that were happening it wasn't matching up, they were lower. So I'm going to invite all of you guys to apply to the Rap Research Lab. Come join us in analyzing hip-hop music and culture. Thank you.